Welcome back to my channel. Catherine here. I'm so glad that you joined me. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about my 7th week on Nutrisystem and sharing the results of that with you. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys about the effects of extreme dieting on my body and why Nutrisystem has been such an adjustment, and how to push through those times when it just feels like this isn't working and I'm done with this. So let's get started. Welcome to the beautiful outdoors, where I am just trying to find a quiet place to actually sit down and talk with you guys today. It has been an incredibly challenging week as I'm going back to work, and things are definitely shifting and changing around in my life right now to actually find quiet time to make a video. So I just thought I have to go to a park or something and find a place where there's not people running around everywhere in the background. And I'm actually hiding, and I'll show you guys this little closed cafe. Like, closed, you can see all that stuff over there in this little stairwell. So that's where I am, and there's people walking around here at the park, but I just thought, you know what, I've got to get out of my house and do this, because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to talk with you guys about my results and what's gone on. And I really feel it's important to keep doing these videos for my sake as well as yours. I hope that they encourage you, but they definitely are important for me to share my journey with where I'm going, and it keeps me accountable to myself. It keeps me accountable to those that are following me. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and take a minute and do that. Pause this video, click subscribe, and you'll get notified when I upload videos. Here on this channel right now, I'm actually sharing my Nutrisystem journey, but I will be continuing to talk about things long-term more than just Nutrisystem to get us healthy from the inside out. So I'm only going to be doing Nutrisystem for the next probably 5 weeks, and then I'm done. I've already been doing it a month and a half, and I had committed to 3 months just to give me a kickstart. So I'm just going to be talking about things that will encourage other women and men too, and just go deeper than the surface and change how we live from the inside out, to change habits that we might have that are unhealthy. And let's go ahead and jump into the reason you're here today. You want to hear about my 7th week, and I'm going to talk with you about that, but I have to preface it by sharing with you what happened from the beginning in just a really quick snapshot. I started Nutrisystem, like I said, about a month and a half ago. The first week I lost 10 pounds. And I wasn't surprised by that, because my body does really well with really low-calorie diets for short amounts of time. Second week, I lost 2 pounds, and the same for the third and fourth. So I was doing pretty good, you know, had a routine. I was losing the healthy 1 to 2 pounds a week that they claim that you'll lose the first month. Everything was going really great. And then week 5 came, and on week 5 I struggled so bad. I just had a lot of mental hurdles to overcome. I was going through that whole same process that says, like, gosh, I can't wait to be done with this so I can eat a cheeseburger. It just was crazy. There was a lot of crazy things going on, and I only lost 1 pound. And I was very frustrated, and that 1 pound didn't come off until the very end of that week, and I was so frustrated. So week 6, I actually gained a pound. Instead of not losing anything at all, I just went ahead and went the other way and gained a pound. And by that point, I was really frustrated. And I recognized something was going on in my body. And it's not something that I'm not familiar with. I have typically been an extreme dieter. I wouldn't call it a yo-yo dieter. I'm an extreme dieter. That means I'm finding the most extreme diets out there and going with those. I can't do healthy, you know, long-term diets. For some reason, I've never been able to do those for long in the past. Maybe not even more than a week, because I wouldn't see the results that I was looking for. I had to have it instant, like microwaved, ready to go. And I wasn't ready to sacrifice long-term to be healthy and lose 1 to 2 pounds a week like our doctors tell us to do on a regular basis. Just eating a well-rounded diet. I found diets where I could lose immense amount of weight in a really short time, because I had no concept of delayed gratification. I was instant success. It had to be, or I wasn't going to stick with it. So I was recognizing by week 6 that my body was starting to get wise to what I was doing, and the decrease of calories to a healthy 1,200 calorie a day diet. My body decided, hey, I think we're comfortable here. I'm going to hang on to everything you got, because I'm not really sure when the next time is you're going to starve me again. And that sounds really crazy, because how can I be overweight and starving at the same time? And I really have thought a lot about that this past 2 weeks. How can I be overweight and starving at the same time? I've lived that way for the last 10 to 15 years-ish of my life. And it's because I've always chose diets that are so extreme that I would lose a bunch of weight, like I said, and I would stop eating that low-calorie diet and go back to a regular eating style, and my body would just hang on for dear life to everything I would put in it, and it refused to burn off any extra calories because my body was so used to being in starvation mode and not getting the proper nutrients, not getting enough calories, so that when I was feeding it, it was holding on to everything. So I was just kind of shooting myself in the foot. That's why a lot of diets don't work for a lot of people, is because they don't do it in a healthy way. They lose a bunch of weight, they can't maintain that lifestyle, they go back to eating the way that they were eating before, and then their body hangs on to everything because it's not sure when it's going to get the proper nutrients it needs again, so it's going to have a reserve, and that reserve shows up on our waistline as fat and in our hips and thighs and all the other areas. We really don't want it to show up. So it's a very frustrating cycle. That's what I was noticing in week 6 that was happening to my body again. I had kind of shocked my system by going on a week of an extreme low diet. It knew what to do. Let's go ahead and shed all the extra stuff that we feel we can get rid of. So it lost 10 pounds really quickly. And then the 2nd through 4th week, it wasn't sure what I was doing. I was feeding it. It was getting fed on a regular basis every 2 to 3 hours, which was very unusual for my body. So I was releasing the 1 to 2 pounds comfortably. And then week 5, I think my body just decided, let's see how long she's gonna do this. Is she gonna starve me again, or is she gonna keep feeding me this regular diet and I'm gonna get to eat every 2 to 3 hours and feel fueled up? So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and stay at this healthy weight that I feel like I'm comfortable at, and we're not gonna burn any more calories right now. Let's just see what she's gonna do. And that's what was happening. So by week 6, when I gained a pound and I got so frustrated, the mental stuff that goes on too is just incredibly annoying. All I wanted to do was go eat because I felt like such a failure, and I felt like because this isn't working in the timing that I want it to work and in the extreme amount that I'm used to it working, I want to give up. But I'm having to force myself to remember this is a long-term commitment that I'm actually going to do this time. I'm actually going to stick to the commitment I've made to myself and my family to get healthy from the inside out. So it's not just about getting thinner and fitting into smaller size jeans. Eventually that will happen, but I have to stay consistent long enough to make these uncomfortable habits more of the norm for my body, and less of a, oh, when I can't wait to be done with this so I can go eat that or have this or binge eat, you know, in front of Netflix for the night or whatever. Like, I have to get past that. So there's a lot of mental stuff that I have to deal with and battles that I have to fight in order to get to this healthy lifestyle that I'm really committed to living. And I'm not just committed to living it myself, I'm committed to helping others to live it as well. I really am passionate about nutrition and passionate about health, but I've just never been able to get over my desire to do what I want to do no matter what. Like, I've just never been able to get over that food addiction that I've had, and an unhealthy way that I look at myself, and an unhealthy response to emotional things that happen in my life. And I'm determined right now, I'm on a healing journey to get healed on the inside so that eventually that's going to show up on the outside. And instead of eating green beans and trying to pretend they're French fries, yeah, I did that. I won't be doing that anymore. I'll actually enjoy the green bean, and I won't be like, this is not a French fry. I really want a French fry, like a big whiny baby. I have to be okay with the fact that, hey, good food does taste good and is good for me, and I will eventually start craving green beans, I hope, instead of fries. I hope. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing the right things. Even if I don't see the results that I'm looking for right away, I'm going to continue to keep making small choices and making the right choices long enough to see actual long-term residual change. So that's the point of this journey. I'm not here to endorse Nutrisystem. I'm not here to try to get you to buy their stuff. I don't really care what kind of vehicle you drive to get to your destination. Just pick one that works for you and pick one that's healthy, because there's so many things out there that are just so unhealthy, and there's a lot of fad diets out there, and not every diet works for every person. Our bodies are so different. What you need and what I need could be completely different, as far as nutrients go, because I know like a keto diet, for instance, may be the thing for you, but it's not the thing for me. I did keto for a month and gained 12 pounds. So keto's not for me. So I actually couldn't figure out what was for me. I went and did a DNA molecular fitness test, which I can talk to you guys about in a different video. And the results of that DNA molecular fitness test that you can order online, it's like $400. But thankfully my insurance covered mine. What it told me, my specific DNA does not need a low carb diet. And I was like, oh, surprise, surprise. No wonder I gained weight when I cut out all the carbs in my life, because it's not healthy for me. Back to what happened on week 6 when I gained a pound. I called the Nutrisystem coach because I thought, if I don't call somebody, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up, I know it, because I'm getting discouraged and I'm getting frustrated. And I wasn't putting the goals that I had set in front of me before me as often as I should. So I called Nutrisystem. They have like a number you can go online and just call the customer service and ask to speak to a nutritionist or whatever they call them there. And I just told the guy, I said, hey, here's what's happened. I've gained a pound this past week, and he went through some questions just asking me, are you making sure you're eating your Nutrisystem food? You're drinking your water? Yes. You're exercising? Yes. But you've gained a pound? Yes. So the question he asked me next was a little surprising after I told him what I felt like I thought was the problem. He just said, okay, so how much weight did you lose the first week on Nutrisystem? And I told him 10 pounds. He was like, wow, okay, so your body does well on a low-calorie diet, but not for long, right? I said, yes. So he suggested that instead of taking out my nighttime snack altogether, just take out my nighttime snack every other day. Instead of having a snack at 8 o'clock or 8:30 at night, just go ahead and cut that out for the day. And if I really felt hungry and felt the need to eat that late, I needed to just grab another serving of vegetables or a small salad or something like that. So I thought, well, hey, I'll give it a try. And I did. And for the whole week 7, that's what I did. I skipped every other day. I didn't have a snack at night. And after doing that for this last week, my body's kind of gotten a new kick and said, okay, hey, we need to burn some stuff here, because she's serious and she's gonna keep feeding us, and she's gonna keep eating every 2 to 3 hours. So let's go ahead and lose some of this unwanted fat. So I lost 2 pounds this past week. I thought, okay, this is great. And I'm not hungry. And I can keep doing this. This is awesome. After 7 weeks, I'm down 20 pounds. I'm really happy with that number, because now I know in the past, like for me, I've lost 20 pounds in a week and a half before. So to take 7 weeks, I could look at that and go like, geez, it took me 7 weeks to lose 20 pounds. But I lost 20 pounds in 7 weeks. That's huge. I noticeably look different. I feel different. I'm wearing clothes that I wasn't able to put on before. My face is thinner. I've even had some of you guys that watch my videos regularly say like, whoa, I can tell the difference between your first and your 4th or 5th week, whichever one it was, that some sweet person posted that on my video. Thank you for that. By the way, if you're watching this video, I really did smile so big when I saw that comment about how you noticed my face was smaller. I was like, yes, it's a win. I just really do need to hear the encouragement. Like, I can tell you're looking good. I can tell you're doing something positive for yourself. I can tell that you're, being healthier. And I need to hear that. Thank you so much for encouraging me. I just want to keep encouraging you guys too. This is so important, that on your journey to where you're going, you just kind of that you really remember that this is something that you chose to spend money, energy, time to do. And if you're like me and you've lost weight and gained it, lost weight and gained it, I guess I would just encourage you to ask yourself, is this just the same as it's always been before? And I had to ask myself the very same thing, because I didn't want this to be the same as it's always been before when I've lost weight and I gained it back, because it's too expensive for me to gain it back. I've never spent this much money to lose weight in my life, ever, okay? So I usually do like grocery store diets, like where I'm going and buying chicken breast and that's it. Like, I'm eating really small amounts of food, so I'm not spending a lot of money. But I've spent a lot of money, in 3 months on Nutrisystem, and it's money out of our family's budget that I'm just not willing to go, okay, like this was for nothing. So if I'm going to spend this time and energy to research the things that I need to research, so I'm going to make sure that this is a long-term, lasting change towards the next thing, whatever that looks like. I'm actually looking at some ways right now to set myself up for success after Nutrisystem as well, and I'll share some of those with you guys later, and you can jump on board if you want to, and I will just keep you guys informed on the journey. Thanks again for following me on this weight loss and healthy from the inside out journey. I really appreciate all your support and encouragement, and I hope that I'm a support and encouragement to you as well. I just want to leave you with this. It's hard. It's not easy. No part of this is easy at first, but the longer you do it, the easier it gets, and the more your body adapts to what you're doing, the easier it will feel. And you know, creating new habits is hard. It's said that it takes 21 days to break or make a habit. I believe that it takes a little bit longer than that sometimes, so don't be discouraged if you're still in week 7 craving french fries instead of green beans. Okay, so don't be discouraged. It's all individual journeys, you guys, and don't let anybody else tell you, well, you should be doing this, or you should be here by now, or you should be thinking that. Just do you. Find some joy along the way. Find some things that make you happy. Make sure that you're not focusing on all the things you feel like you're missing out on by being on this diet. Instead, focus on some great positive things. Like for me, my blood pressure just lowered so much that I actually it was a little scary. And I'm on 2 blood pressure medications, and I had to go see my heart doctor and say like, hey, my blood pressure's been like 90/70. And that's huge for me because my blood pressure has been so high for the last 2 years. After I had my son, I had preeclampsia, and my blood pressure had just really never came down. Well, now it's coming down, and it's coming down in a crazy hard way. So he had to reduce 2 of my blood pressure medications down by half. I was like, that's a huge win. That's joy. There's joy there. So if I can say, like, I feel sad that I can't eat my french fries, or I'm happy that I'm not on so much blood pressure medicine, I'm finding the positive in it, and I'm not focusing on what I can't have, but what I'm getting to do. So anyways, I hope that this has encouraged you today, and thanks so much for subscribing to my channel and following along with me. You guys have a great day. Bye.